Hey everyone, it's Theo. In this video, we're going to farm the poly pet from Ruthless Buccaneer Bay. So let's get started. Now this is the build that I also did on the Nightmare version of this video. It is made by Zenoia. So we're going to place an ensnare and a strength drain right under these lights. And we're going to do another one right here on this corner. We'll then switch over to our EV. We'll build a 60U buff beam from this blast zone all the way to the stairs. It's important. I try to keep that as close to the wall as I can. Alright, bring our Hermit in, and just a Shroom and a Golem. I'm going to go right here. And then we're going to go ahead and swap over to our Adept. And we're going to go ahead and grab some more mana. And now we're going to go ahead and build our DSTs. There we go. We have 3 kind of pointing in the back area. And then we're going to have 1 pointing at that section, 1 at the crystal, and then 1 over here at this palm tree. Now we're going to go ahead and finish up the build with the LTs. And then I'll go ahead and just upgrade this buff beam real quick. I want it to be 5 stars. Or 3 stars. Then I'll go ahead and bring in the rest of my heroes. So I am bringing in a DPS monk with an iPet. I'm going to have my tower boost monk. And I'm also bringing in a guardian summoner with a huntress and monk guardian. Now the reason I'm doing that is because this aura stack I want to buff as soon as the wave starts onto the buff beam. And then once that happens, I'm good to go. Because when you place it, those auras aren't touching the buff beam. But as soon as my guardians buff those 2 auras, it buffs it basically onto the buff beam, and now those auras on the other side of the map are buffed. And for the rest of this part here, I am just going to go ahead and tower boost and upgrade my defenses. Now the reason why I have a DPS monk with an iPet is because this map is notorious for Jhin just getting locked. It's just notorious for them just getting stuck, and they just don't, and you just wait forever for them to despawn and just extend your waves. So I am just going to go ahead and just have a DPS monk ready to go to take care of those Jhin at the very end. It does definitely happen in Ruthless a lot more than it does in Nightmare. So that's why the DPS monk is here. There's really no other reason. Regarding the poly pet, it's not a pet you'll ever see on any DPS hero. It's a long range pet, but just nobody uses it. The eye pet is more commonly used, especially if you want distance and range for DPS pet. But since I did a Nightmare video of a poly run, I figured, well, why not just do a Ruthless version of the same run? Whether or not you want to farm polys is entirely up to you. I mean, they're a cool looking pet. Just, in today's game, they're just not used at all. And we can see, just from that map I just showed, that we got a bunch of Jhin all the way on the west side, just hanging out over the water. And it's time to go ahead and just deal with them. I mean, this is just what happens, especially on Ruthless, with these guys. They're just way out here. It's so annoying. I almost wish they would just remove Jhin from this spawn and from the south spawn. But this is why we have our DPS hero, and this is why we have an iPad as well, in case they're too far away for pets to hit them. Alright. Our next wave is here, and we're going to want to bring in another hero at the very end of this. I like keeping my Guardian Summoners in there. I like them boosting my towers. That's why I didn't get rid of them. And so before this map is almost over, I will bring in my last hero so that we get 4 rewards when wave 25 spawns. But I'm going to go ahead and continue to upgrade my defenses with my tower boost monk. And yeah, I really need to go ahead and move my DPS monk, because he's just going to get pulverized over here. You just run away. Because I don't want the success of this run to be because I was running around DPSing. I want my towers to do the work, and he's just really here for, you know, for the dumb Jin cleanup that just happens on this map. Happens on Spooktacular Bay as well. And I'm trying to be a little proactive here and just going out here and taking care of these guys until waiting to the end. So I don't want anyone to think that you have to be DPSing for completion of, you know, of a poly farm. But, you know, since I'm running around, might as well just do something, because what else am I going to do? I got nothing better to do. But definitely, pet farming is a little bit different on Ruthless than it is on Nightmare, or you can just use Guardian Summoners. And I barely got my fourth hero in time. But there we go. Four poly pets. And so I'm going to go ahead and just bring in my summoner. The reason I'm doing this is because my summoner actually has cell defense as a hotkey. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of these defenses real quick so we can look at what our timings look like. So yeah, I'm going to force loose this wave real quick. And just so I can see my end of, you know, our run times. Alright, there we go. Let's look at our times here. 5 minutes combat, 8 minutes total. Not too bad. And I think if we compare these times to the Nightmare poly run, you'll find that running it on Ruthless, yes, definitely, running it on Ruthless is faster than running it on Nightmare. Alright, that's about it. Just know that the heroes I have at the end of the video don't necessarily, you know, mean that these are the stats you definitely need. You could probably do this map easily with, you know, probably 6k, 7k stats. But let's go back to our tavern and take a look at our item box. And there we go. We'll see 4 polys. Just not a pet worth farming. That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and happy farming.